We're in today with the GTX 980 from Inno3D. This is a 2014 video card backed up with 2048 shaders, 4 gig of GDDR5 Samsung at 256 bits bus width with DirectX 12 compatibility. With DirectX 12 compatible with DirectX 12, running at 1266 megahertz on the core clock with 1800 megahertz on the memory clock. We're gonna pair it up with this i9 10 Gen. We're gonna see how this video card, this beefy video card from Inno3D is working in a couple of games. Let's jump in and see if it's getting the name. Yeah, I almost forgot. Let's start with Starfield and see how the game is performing here. Alright, I'm on low details, 1080p, borderless. Alright, let's see how we're doing without VSync. Let's start with low details. Maybe we can beef it up in the graphics and see maybe more render scale or a preset. Oh, definitely it's got potential. Seriously, look at this on low details. I'm already 3 gig of VRAM used. I hope this video card doesn't have the same problem like the 970 with the 4 gig of VRAM. You know, it stops on 3.5 gig of VRAM and not funny. So 3 gig of VRAM, apparently this is the amount of VRAM is taking it in Starfield with low details. Let me swap on this side so I can see how the GPU is performing. The fan is doing a fantastic job keeping the GPU cooled on 58 degrees with only 40% power on the fan. That's a big thing considering the fan on this Inno3D, it's huge, you understand? It's got like 4 fans on it. It's 4 models from Inno3D, Hercules or something like that. 3.3 gig of VRAM. Apparently it's feeding up the VRAM. It's loading the VRAM. The system itself has no problem. 11.7 gig of system RAM. It's holding pretty well. You know, the whole system itself doesn't have any problem with this game. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Hello, my friend.
Nothing wakes you up in the morning like the sounds of heavy machinery.
You're naked here. What are you talking about? Why don't you have a suit on you? What's with naked people here?
Get out. I got work to do.
Cyberpunk. Yes, but wait. 980. This is gonna be interesting. I'm on low details and we're gonna see how we can increase the details so we can feed up the GPU and see if it's holding. So 60 FPS on low details, this is good. Only 2 gig of VRAM is utilized, but the core is maxed out, so there's not lots of things I can do here. The only thing I'm interested is how nice it's holding with the minimals, and if I can manage to get good minimals, then I'm in the good zone with this video card. This is a great experience, seriously. Okay, so maxed out on the core, apparently with 64 degrees on the chip. I want to see how the GPU is performing there, 43% on the fan. Actually, that's not bad, you know, if it's reaching 150 watts, the GPU itself is 167, under 170 watts TDP, you know. So if I see 150 watts consumption, that means it's there on maximum, you know. And if it's on maximum TDP, you will see that the video card is doing a fantastic job, you know, with the temperature and the fan. It's boosting up to 1.4 gig, you know. The core clock is what, 1200 or something, and now it's 1400, and it's doing well, you know, but it's not utilizing that VRAM. So let's stop here, go in the settings and see if we can put it on medium details. I want to see if the VRAM is starting to fill up or something, or changing the quality. Nothing. Apparently the only thing I have is lower FPS, lower minimals, only lower FPS on average. I got 34 on minimal, 35 on 1%. Good numbers overall, seriously. If I'm 100% sure if I put FSR in some, I shall say, upscaling, I can actually make this video card run even today. If I see the core running like that so good, and the memory, I think the whole GPU can, even today, can still be used in some games. proper games, you know. So Cyberpunk with this 980, it's kind of fantastic, you know. Overall it looks good, even on medium details. 40-50 FPS on average, it's okay, you know. I want to use medium details. I will use low details because it still looks good there. Let's try Hogwarts Legacy and see how the GPU is performing. I want to see some settings here first. TSTA low, anti-aliasing, no upscaling, NVIDIA reflex, everything it's on low details, yeah? On the quality, we are in low details. All right, how are we doing? 2.8 gig of VRAM, 15.8 gig of system RAM, 67 degrees. So it still holds under 70 degrees, the GPU. That's actually good, you know? On the 180 watts. They said on Tech Power Up, this is a 167 TDP GPU, but actually no, it draws more power. Look at this, 80 FPS on average in the castle. I know outside is gonna be like 40-50 maybe, but I'm actually, the only thing I'm shocked is the TDP, you know, the GPU power, 180 watts. Go outside, 60 FPS. Actually good, you know. So yeah, I like it. I like how it looks, you know, the details, even on low details, it looks fantastic, you know. If it's holding with this temperature, then I think it's okay. 69 degrees with 45% fan speed. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think this video card can still hold in this game. I think if you lock it on 60 FPS, let's try. So if you lock it on 60 FPS, you will get like 80-90% load on the core, and the temperature will stabilize. Even with low details, this VSync can actually gives you a small benefit. Look at this. Already 80%. 85% load on the core, 3.1 gig of VRAM, and 68 degrees, trying to adjust in such a way so it doesn't overheat, because it doesn't need it. It doesn't need more power until 60 FPS, and that's it. It stops. 36 on minimal, it's okay, you know. This is how it needs to be. Hogwarts Legacy is actually doing fantastic in this environment with VSync on low details. So can I play Hogwarts Legacy with this video card? Let's jump into GTA 5 and see how the game is performing. Let's start with normal details. I want to see how the game is performing like this. No frame scale and DirectX 10 with low details, normal details. You know why? I want the best performance from this video card. This is kind of interesting to see the GPU performing like this with 100 FPS and 45% load on the core, 2.1 gig of VRAM used. Alright, I like this. In the garage there is no problem, apparently 80-90 FPS on average, 31 on minimals. I'll take those numbers all day, seriously. Alright, so the temperature is good because the core is not loaded, yes? So if the core is not loaded, that means the temperature is good. 2.8, apparently even on low details, apparently the GPU is still utilizing the VRAM. And that's actually a good sign because the VRAM is on high speed, the core is on high speed. So if I want to play GTA 5 online, this will be the most ideal video card ever. The only thing I have to do is just connect it in the back of the DisplayPort and everything will be fantastic. You know, I can benefit from the FPS this GPU can provide, you know. You get 100 FPS, the monitor gets it, and that's it. You know, it's just fantastic. Look at that, 3 gig of VRAM already. Yeah, in the casino apparently we get 70 FPS on average with 13 minimals. Oh, that's not okay. Definitely okay. Definitely okay in the casino. Come on, give me that big stupid car. What is this? I'm just curious, does it walk on the water? You know, because there was a commercial that showed that this one just drives on the water too. So I think we need to go to the beach or somewhere. Yep. It's not being stressed with GTA 5. Under 100 watts, 55 degrees, and only 40% power from the fan. Yeah, kind of cool in GTA 5. Okay, let's test Far Cry 6 and see how the game is performing with this video card. 3.8 gig of VRAM, yes. That is a fantastic thing because I thought the VRAM was locked on 3.5 in GTA 5. So thank you, Far Cry, for showing me that the video card is working. Okay, let's take a look and see what, let's see what settings I have here. Okay, so this is a low detail setting. If I put it on medium, it's 4.4. Okay. So which one is taking texture? Okay, so if I put it on ultra and I put texture on low details, this is gonna be interesting. Seriously, let's see it like this. I mean, some texture will look funky, but every single thing on the side, it will look cool. I mean, I don't want that. Seriously, it looks good. It looks good, but let's see. Does it use 3.7 gig of VRAM? Nah, it's still the same FPS. I don't want to keep it like that. I'll put it on low details and that's it. Oh, look at that, 80 FPS. This is what I want. And it's still 3.7 gig of VRAM, 99% core load, 58 degrees, and 11.3 gig of system RAM. The GPU is doing fine. You know, look at this, 3.6 gig of VRAM utilized, 160 watts consumption. The core is on 1400 and 43% on the fan, and it's keeping it on 65 degrees. Okay, so it looks good even on low details. You know, it's playable. It shows you that this video card can do open world easy. You know, this is not a problem for this video card overall. The second thing I'm interested is that if I manage to reach this amount of FPS, 80 FPS on average with 64 on minimal and 72 on 1%. Good frame time, by the way. I want to go into option. I want to go in video and I want to lock the FPS to put VSync on. Yes. 59, 60 degrees, 3.6 gig of VRAM utilized. You know, the details are okay. Not a lot of problem, but I'll notice that the core load is now 80, 70, 80% load, and that will give me better temps on the GPU, you know, 60 degrees already. Look at this. It's freaking nice already. With VSync, I actually have a better experience and a better, how should I say, better statistics with this video card. 61, 62 degrees on the core clock with only 42% on the fan. It's good, you know, gives me 40 minimals and 59 on 1%. This is the right number. See how stable it is on minimals and 1%. If you lock it on 60 FPS with VSync, everything stabilized. All right, let's see how God of War is working with this configuration. Let's see, what do we have here? 1080p, renders. Oh my God, renders. No, fam. Let's put it on to maximum. Let's start with low details. The core is maxed out, so I have, how should I say? I have no other options, you know. VSync, if I want to use VSync, apparently there is nothing I can do here. But it looks fantastic, it runs fantastic, you know, 60 FPS. Maybe that's the limit. No, 65. I actually no. It's kind of weird to see it like this. On low details, it looks fantastic with maximum render scale, 2.9 gig of VRAM. That's actually good. Let's take a look on the GPU side. 177 watts consumption. You know, so it's running on all cylinders here, the GPU. So 70 FPS apparently outside, it's kind of good. I want to see how it's running overall without any limitation. I want to see how many watts it's consuming. I want to see how many averages do I get in minimals, in 1%, you know, the temperature without any adjusting the fan and stuff like that, because I want the GPU to be cool, because goddamn loud, this video card. One thing I do want to see is the game running with VSync, because 70 FPS, you know, so if I'm outside, I can use VSync. 69 degrees, 70 degrees on the GPU, that means I will get some benefits. With 60 FPS VSync on, we'll get like 90% core load. So even the moment I activated VSync, you actually see 68 degrees. So took a couple of degrees are already down. The wattage is still the same, the VRAM is still the same. I mean, nearly 10 watts consumption has dropped down with VSync on. So that's good. The core is still on the same number, so I won't say it's too much, you know, like, oh my God, look at the benefits I'm getting from VSync. But it's not on 100%, you know, the core. That's it. And it's good. Definitely an awesome video card. There is no problem with this GTX 980 when it comes to delivering the FPS. Even after so many years, one more year, and I think a couple of months, and this video card is going to be 10 years old. I can't complain about this video card. The only thing you can do is make sure you have a proper list of games that can actually work really nice on this video card. There's a lot of games that can be adjusted in such a way that this video card can shine and deliver high performance in the game. It's got a lot of display ports in the back, HDMI, DVI. This video card is quite fantastic even as a secondary machine. Can't complain about it. Now on the other side, this is from Inno3D, an iChill model. That's awesome, you understand, because the GPU was very cooled. Even though it's got nearly 180 watts consumption, the GPU was cooled in every situation. So if you can find one, get one because it's worth this model. Overall, the GPU is fantastic. The GTX 980, doesn't matter what model it is still a fantastic GPU. From my point of view, from my game selection. That's it. If you can find the right games, I think the GPU is still cool.